things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small. If you're kind of local, how are you?
All things wise and wonderful.
The Lord God made them all. You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
That's
you.
what was for you.
I think it's a pink and wine day.
Yeah.
Chris is in pink. Looks like powder pink.
Yeah.
I'm in hot pink.
Yeah.
And you're in wine and some pink flowers, roses or something over there.
Yeah.
So it's a love day.
It's a love day.
You know, the cousin of red is pink.
Yes.
For love.
Yes.
So, you know what? I was bringing you something I forgot. I'm still enjoying the goodies from
Oh,
This is Ghana.
yeah.
I was going to bring you some cashew nuts from Ava.
Oh, yeah. So Ava.
Hey, it's nice.
They're doing things,
And they have this coconut, thing with seeds and all that.
This is Ghana has been a revelation. This is Ghana this year has been a revelation, more so than any other year. I'm telling you, it's amazing.
The innovations that we've seen or we saw from there were top notch. Nice. So if I remember, it's in my office, so you can come for it after
we'll talk after. Yeah, well, we can get straight into it.
Yes, please. So I'll start with Daily Graphic, and the front page of the paper says Cleanest Region Ranking Campaign. Minister inaugurates 9-member committee. So we're told that there's going to be sort of a competition over the cleanest region. Baby, Greater Accra back me that.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
because.
So I have a question.
Yes, please.
This cleanest region. There has been some sort of ranking in the past.
I think that's the...
so where is that one from?
I think that is also from local government.
So why don't we rather strengthen local government and whatever they were doing, but why are we now inaugurating a 9-member committee?
So if my memory serves me right, that one is for individual municipalities. But this is looking at the 16 together. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but if it will change anything, if it will lead to authorities within the municipalities to push harder so that the regions look nice. Because, we have cleanest region, things still not done. Remember, Leonardo said he make Accra the cleanest, and we've still not seen much from authorities to get that.
The continent.
Yes. So if this will make the
still
thing
the dirtiest.
But me, when I look at the thing, Greater Accra, back me.
Well,
you've been to all the regions.
To become, yes, I have. To become the cleanest, Greater Accra has a lot more work to do.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't think it's an impossibility. But I think we have a lot of work to do.
Which region?
And the work involves different categories of people.
Yeah.
So those tasked with the mandate to clean are number one. Number two, the law enforcement. Also have a very critical role to play, because you can clean, but if the enforcers of law are not doing their job, then people can just throw whatever they want anywhere.
And I think that's our biggest problem in Accra, the enforcement. Because you see people driving, they roll down.
And they throw it out, exactly.
They roll down and they spit.
Yeah.
And if you are not lucky, the thing
your wind will blast it back into, if you're not careful.
And the person could have all sorts.
Yeah.
And that's and nobody says anything. And then when you query the person will rather insult
will come and insult you.
Yeah, this is Ghana.
It's the road for your father.
But which region do you think is the cleanest? Having been across Ghana.
Well, I would have to say it's northwards.
Really?
Yeah.
Which part?
I would go for Upper West.
Okay.
I would go for Upper West.
Wow.
In my experience.
Really?
In my experience, Upper West. Even on the Heritage Caravan, when you're driving around, you notice where there's less filth. Sunyani used to boast of being there, but these days it's not anymore.
So viewers can tell us which
think
region they think is the cleanest.
I think so. Yeah, so send us a message. Share with us what you think.
Yeah.
The cleanest region. Is it yours or another region? right?
Asthma of my region is not clean, so I'm not even going to take part. Anyway, so still on the front page of the Daily Graphic, NPP Wale parliamentary primary rerun. Nominations open for 3 days. Also, EC suspends officer over unsolicited voter transfers. And then we have plea bargaining, not immunity. AG tells Cambridge Economic Crime Summit.
Okay. I have the Ghanaian Times here, and it says, let's partner to trace assets of criminals. AG tells International Crime Summit. Okay. Kolibu Teaching Hospital to build $18 million facility to address present future health problems. All right. Cape Coast Elmina residents react to water shortage situation in communities. I wonder what they're saying, because it's like when the rubber meets the road, the situation has become critical, you know. But as far back as 2010, 2012, Ghana Water was already talking about the fact that Galamsey is going to impact eventually, you know, and we've sort of sat by and watched almost unconcerned, pretending to deal with the problem.
And people were still not concerned. That's the problem. I mean, nothing has changed.
And our water bodies are filthier than when we began the Stop Galamsey effort. The water bodies are filthier now. Yeah.
So now
and more water bodies have been, you know.
Yesterday I was watching Point of View, and the guy from Ghana Water Company Limited was saying, if you understand the meaning of dire, that's how serious the problem is.
So the NTUs, that's the measure of turbidity. We're supposed to the should I say the gold standard for clean water usage is between 1 and 5 NTUs. We are currently at over 14,000.
Yes. So that's how serious.
That's how bad our water is, and it's supposed to come down all the way to 5 before it's regular. And you can use it to drink.
So now they're spending more money in repairing the equipment every now and then, and buying so much to clean the water, and that's. I mean, this is so wrong. So we have a lot of work to do. All of us are involved. We must help to change the situation. Citizens, authorities, everybody. Anyway, are you done with that one?
One more here. It says Tamale High Court orders rerun of MPP Wale parliamentary primaries there. All right, so that's what
Okay, let me do a bit of business. The Economy Times says government moves to avert effects of imminent, potentially catastrophic drought. Government takes steps to confront the challenge head-on, but doubts still arise over its commitment with elections looming. And then still with the paper, Ghana records 10% fall in FDIs in 2023, lowest over past decade. This is from a report. And then finally, we have the Minister of Employment on the front page of the paper, Ignatius Bafwewa. He says 345 million Ghana cedis saved from payroll cleansing. So that's some good money coming in.
And this thing, we need to really do a lot of work on that, you know, in terms of making sure that our systems are tightened.
Clean the ghost names and all that.
Really, you know. And
the various institutions must work together, because if somebody dies, for example, and is still on the list, what's between birth and deaths and accountants general department to take out the
there
name
should be
even
an
before
automatic
the family.
triggering.
There
should be an automatic triggering of the system on the online. It shouldn't even be like a human intervention. There should be an automatic triggering that says death, the birth and death has issued a death certificate for someone, so, which means on their system, automatically, this name has come up as dead. It must reflect in another system that has that person's name.
It must reflect in the, what do you call it, the payroll, if they're public servants. It must reflect in the EC's list.
At the EC's list on SNIT. It should go through, you know.
Charlie, we have work to do.
I mean, seriously. But people are benefiting from the chaos, you know, so that one too is also part of the problem. Anyway, Daily Guide says global cooperation vital to trace criminals. This is the same story that was on the Ghanaian Times from the AG. Again, MPP Wale primary court orders a rerun. Ghana needs possibility leader, not 24-hour disco. Bawumia is speaking. And Michael Quay Jr. launches campaign And we have ratified ABL mining license. Yinahin residents are calling. All right, so that's what we have.
Let me take you to the ABC News. It has the vice presidential candidate for the MPP, and he's saying, how is Mahama going to run 24-hour nightclub with Dumso? Napo questions Mahama. I'll give you details of that. And then we have also the picture of Dr. Bawumia. He's saying, free SHS has improved Ghana's education outcomes. And then the Eastern Region holds second edition of 2024 Regional Town Halls today.
All right, the Hawk newspaper has some interesting headlines. It says, ruckus row in Parliament. SOA and Con lock horns over bully pulpit. SOA is Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, SOA. And Con is Kojo Nkrumah. Yeah. All right, pigs in pockets. Iyoko grills wager MCE over 1.5 million euro porky cash.
All right.
Pigs in pockets. MPP NDC's government cut plan, reform or election spin. Okay. And President OK's talks to revive Saglemi Ghost Project. President Chess stars set for global showdown. Okay, so I guess they've been trying to help the inmates with some activities by playing chess.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, that's what we have for the Hawk.
All right, let me wrap up with the day break before we go into details. And then Virgin Atlantic returns to Ghana.
Yeah, interesting one there. Yesterday, that news came out. Yeah.
And then, of course, they also have the court ordering the rerun of the MPP parliamentary primary in Wale Wale.
Okay, you want to delve into
these stories? So I want to give you details of two stories. One to do with the minister inaugurating the 9-member committee for the cleanest region thing. And then, of course, the EC, you know, they had a press conference yesterday over some issues that have popped up. So let me start with the Cleanest Region Ranking Campaign, a 9-member technical committee to oversee the ranking of the various regions as part of the Cleanest Region Ranking Campaign has been inaugurated in Accra. The committee, which is made up of representatives from various sectors, would make a 60% input into the judgment of the ranking, while the public voting, which will be done through the unstructured supplementary service data, that's USSD code *857*7# *857*7#, will constitute 40% of the votes. Now, they will rank the regions based on key indicators such as litter management planning, adequacy of cleaning logistics, state of community cleanliness, availability of a primary waste collection system, waste subscription rate, programs of community education, and sustainable waste management, among others. So the pointers are quite interesting.
The short code is for what again?
To vote, for the public to vote. So there'll be, the committee will do 60%, the rest will come from the public to vote.
But if the public are voting, are they not just going to vote because they are in that region?
No, they shouldn't. I mean, if you know your region is not clean and you're going to say it's clean, how would you?
But if you're in a competition, you will say it's clean.
Hey, in this 2024, you have a dirty
If you're in a competition, you know that you're competing against another region and they're giving you free votes to go and vote.
Hey, our problem is bigger
no,
than I thought.
it is, but I'm just saying, right?
No, they won't do that.
You don't think so?
No. Because it's not a competition to give money. It's a competition to correct wrong. Anyway, the place is dirty. We all see it's dirty. So authorities set up, you know. And I even hope there'll be sanctions for regions that don't do well.
I think there has to be sanctions, you know, so that everybody is trying to run away from being the lowest. You know, at least if you sanction the lowest 3 regions, you know, every time nobody wants to be part of the lowest region, so then it will make people want to do better.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Right. And then let me take you to the EC story where it suspended officers for unsolicited voter transfers. The Electoral Commission says it will not shield any officer, either permanent or temporary Secretary who violates any of its processes that compromises the integrity of the electoral system. It has consequently suspended an electoral officer over the controversial transfer of votes from the Tamale South and Sagnanerigu constituencies in the northern region to Pusiga constituencies in the Upper East region without the knowledge of the affected persons. This thing was so serious. So I'm happy they've taken action, and we hope we don't see this as the days build up for the elections.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was curious about this one, pigs in pockets. I just want to bring a little bit of that to you. A significant cloud of this story is in the Hawk newspaper, and it's on page 6 of the Hawk newspaper, story by Charles McCarthy. A significant cloud of suspicion has descended upon the Wejak-Bawe Municipal Assembly as the Economic and Organized Crime Office initiates a thorough investigation into the management of 1,150,607 euros allocated for a state-of-the-art abattoir project. Co-funded by the European Union and the Assembly, the funds were intended to generate employment and stimulate the local economy. Instead, the project has become a glaring example of squandered opportunities and questionable practices. Michael Dankwa, the municipal chief executive of Wejak-Bawe, is under scrutiny by Yoko due to his leadership role in overseeing the Assembly's operations. It's crucial to clarify that he's being questioned not because of direct misconduct, but because of his position as the head of the Assembly.
With him,
yeah, you know. So the Bawe Pig Abattoir, once heralded as a transformative development, now stands as a monument to mismanagement. Despite the substantial investment, the facility remains underutilized and largely non-functional, sparking widespread discontent among residents.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is what's going on
So we'll
there.
see how it goes, and anybody who contributed to it not being done should be held accountable.
Yeah.
Right?
You have some more stories?
Yeah, let me take you to the, you were interested in this one, the question of how is Mahama going to run 24-hour nightclub with Doomsor. And Napo questions Mahama. Now the story says, the 24-hour nightclub campaign promise of the opposition National Democratic Congress has been described as unrealistic, so it should be treated with contempt. Dr. Matthew Poku-Prempeh, who made the observation, stated that an uninterrupted power supply will be required for a nightclub to operate for 24 hours. However, he recounted that the NDC plunged the country into darkness and when they were in political office, so they, the NDC, cannot implement a policy that requires constant power supply, virtually making mockery of the NDC's infamous 24-hour nightclub promise. He asks, how are they going to run a 24-hour nightclub with Doomsor?
Interesting.
So he thinks they can't keep the lights on
because they didn't keep the lights on before.
Yeah.
They are going to take us back into darkness. Well, we're going to find out. On page 13 of the Ghanaian Times, we have Landmark Medical Discovery Center, a Kolebu Teaching Hospital, to build an $18 million facility to address present and future health problems. The Kolebu Teaching Hospital has disclosed plans to establish an ultramodern learning, research, and innovation center to enhance its health service delivery in a bid to remain at the forefront of medical progress both locally and internationally. Now, dubbed the Legacy Project, the estimated $18 million facility expected to be completed in the next 2 years will serve as a one-stop reference for medical discoveries to address present and future health problems. It will include conferencing facilities, research hubs, and learning spots where staff could hone their skills to catch up with contemporary techniques in the provision of health care.
Okay.
Yeah. I initially thought it was an expansion of medical and surgical facilities, but it looks like this is more innovation, learning, and research, there. So that's what it is.
Okay, so some good news. Virgin Atlantic back to Ghana. So let me give you
I actually quite like
that.
Yeah.
Virgin Atlantic has announced its return to Ghana with a relaunch of daily flights between Accra and London Heathrow set to commence in May 2025. This marks the first time since 2013 that the airline will operate this route, aiming to provide much-needed competition and choice for travelers. The new service is designed to meet the growing demand for travel between Ghana and the UK, which hosts the third largest Ghanaian diaspora globally. Now, passengers will also benefit from connections through London to Virgin Atlantic's extensive US route network, including destinations such as New York, Boston, Washington, D.C., Miami, and Los Angeles.
But
you buy me a ticket to
Why not?
LA.
Why not?
Okay.
You want to go to LA?
Please, business class or first class?
No.
Hey, no,
No, I only get you economy.
Then keep your...
No, but if it's Virgin, economy is nice.
No, I don't want economy.
Eh.
I've told you what I want.
Okay.
My birthday
Business,
is coming. Business.
Vivian, thank you.
Thank you
very much. All right. So that has been the newspaper review segment. We're going to go for sports next.
All right, welcome back, and it's time for us to get into some sports. We're going to be starting with AFCON 2025. The Black Stars opened camp yesterday for their upcoming AFCON 2025 qualifier against Angola on Thursday. The players trained at the Accra Sports Stadium after they arrived on Sunday and Monday morning. They will head to Kumasi today to step up their preparations for the match later this week. They are expected to hold 2 training sessions before Thursday's assignment. After the match, they will head to Morocco to face Niger in the second match of the 2025 AFCON qualifiers.
Yes, and then in FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup, the Ghana Princesses lost 2-1 to Austria last night in their opening Group E tie in the ongoing FIFA Women's Under-20 World Cup in Colombia. Now, the Princesses were making their 7th appearance, but they fell behind to the debutants, Austria, after 12 minutes. Now, the lead was extended on 71 to complicate matters for the Princesses. Stella Nyamiche pulled one back for Ghana, but it was not enough as Ghana started the tournament with a loss. Now, they are joint bottom of the group with New Zealand, while Japan and Austria are on 3 points. Now, in other results, Japan beat New Zealand 7-0, and North Korea beat Argentina 6-2, and Netherlands were 2-0 winners over Costa Rica. And so that's where we end sports for this morning. All right. Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it, how that teams, countries, nations like Argentina can lose to nations like North Korea.
Right.
6-2.
Right.
How is Argentina losing a
No,
game?
but it's female football. The thing is, I think with female football, North Korea has been playing good football for a long time.
I'm making a point here that the traditional powerhouses
Are
of
now
soccer
are
being undermined by other nations because the nations are doing the necessary work.
Right.
Do you see? And so that's also the tale of Africa. If we do the necessary work, look at what happened in the Olympics. Look at the number of star athletes that Botswana fielded.
Yeah.
And then they even got a medal.
Yeah.
You know, so for me, there's a lot of work to be done on the sporting front, you know, and we cannot rest on our laurels as former powerhouses and use that to claim whatever.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
another example is the last AFCON.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's one of the perfect examples.
Where the Comoros come from, it's a very interesting thing, but they are here and they're doing good. So anyway, that's it for sports this morning.